This bow tuning tip is brought to you by Vaportrail, makers of the Limbdriver arrow rest and quality strings and cables. Okay, this time we're going to be installing the Limbdriver arrow rest. This rest works a little bit different than all the other drop-away rests that you've probably seen before. This one here relies on the top limb of the bow. The flexing in of the limb is actually what makes the rest come up. It's really neat. It's simple rest to put on too. It'll literally take you just very few minutes. The first time I ever put one of these on, I put it on right the very first time. I didn't even have to make any second adjustments. It was so simple. And we'll get into it and I'll show you how we do it. You're going to need your Allen wrenches, and that's all. It's that simple. Get this booger out of the packaging. You're going to notice in the packaging that you have the rest, which is a no-brainer, and that installs with through your burger button hole right in the side of the bow. That's real easy to do. When I put these rests on, I like to put them all the way forward. Just snug it down a little bit. And then what I'll do is I'll put my string level on. Go ahead and snap that on. All right. And then I'm going to get that level. You want to get your string set level with the world here. Okay, that's that. Then I like to take my little bubble level here. It's just a little bitty torpedo level. And I put it on there. I can see that the rest is not level. You want to adjust that to where it comes up level, perfectly level between the lines. Okay, now that you got the now we got the rest tight, what I like to do is I take the cord and I'll go ahead and cut the end off to make a nice fresh cut. It'll come melted, and it'll be melted kind of on a little point. What you do is you fray that up, get it nice and fluffed up looking like that, and then you're going to burn a knot on it like you do with the D-loops. Hold on. Hi, Nook. Yeah. Oh, working like a dog, man. Yeah. All right, bye. I left the thing on. You burn your knot right on the end, just like you do with the D-loop. Then it's got this little clamp that comes with it. This is the clamp that goes to the top. And then the bottom part of it, you're going to see a hole. And on the inside of it, it's countersunk. It's got a little countersunk spot. You stick the opposite end through the hole, and you pull it down to where that little bead you burnt goes right in that countersunk spot, so that it's going to be in there. It's secure. It's going to hold the string, and it's going to keep it pressed against the top of the limb. And then you just install that on the limb, and I'll show you how to do that now. All right, what you want to do is you'll notice that on this little disc that you mount on the bottom of this, it has little cutouts. The top, little half moon shaped, that goes towards the cam. You put your bolt through there. You stick it just like that through the crack of the limb and tighten that bad boy down. And when you tighten this down, you want to make sure when you tighten it down that you don't over tighten it, because it's just plastic that you're tightening into, and you could strip it out. You keep that little half moon shaped cutout towards the cam. Okay, now before you put your cord through the rest, it's time to go ahead and set your center shot, and to go ahead and set your knock for level. If you shoot fobs, you want it level. If you shoot fletchings, you can have it knock high. Doesn't make any difference, but you do that now before you get the cord in there and make the adjustment with putting the rest down, because once the rest is down, you can't do any adjustments to the rest unless you take the cord back out or have somebody do it while you're drawing it. And nobody trusts me, because I might shoot them. Look, it only happened one time, man, you know, and they never let you live it down. Now that we got the center shot set, what you do is you take the cord that you have attached to the top limb, and you're going to stick it through on the side on this little lever there's a hole in it with an Allen screw for tightening it down. As you hold the cord tight, press down the prongs of the rest till you're getting them parallel with the shelf of the bow riser. Then you tighten down the set screw on the lever using your Allen wrenches. Snug it down good and tight too so that the cable doesn't move. It actually just mashes the cord through there. Now you can see that your prongs stay down flat against the riser. Then what I like to do with this rest is I like to go ahead and tie a knot in this cord and slide it all the way up to where it's right at the bottom here, like so. Just a little half hitch knot, nothing major. And then just cut off the excess because you're not going to need it anymore. It's a good idea because with this rest it comes with a long piece. This is the same type of material that you can make a D-loop with, and that's what I would do. Put this in your toolbox and keep it kind of handy because you could always tie a D-loop with this if you had an emergency breakage. Then take your lighter and go ahead and burn the end of that string there to keep it from unraveling. Don't have to make a big knot or anything, just something to keep it from fraying out on you. All right, now you got to install the little arrow holder, which has a self-adhesive bottom. You peel that off. Gotta have fingernails. You peel that little self-adhesive sticker off, and you want to stick that on the front of the riser. Like so. Now in some cases, this little arrow holder may have to be trimmed, which is not a big deal. Especially for guys that shoot fobs, your fob may hit. And what you want to do there is just trim the tops of that off, and be sure to use the arrow gauge to check for clearance issues. You need to do that when you're setting up your Nock travel point. Now you're going to see when I get all the way back to right where the valley of the bow is, the rest is going to be all the way up. Right at that point there is the top of the peak, and it breaks over to the valley. The rest is already up. This is going to be perfect timing so that when you shoot the bow, it's going to drop right out of the way just like that. Going to have perfect clearance. That's pretty simple instructions on how to install the Limbdriver arrow rest. Hey, you know, I install a lot of rest. That one right there is one of the easier ones that I've put on. It's pretty much a no-brainer. If you have any questions about it, feel free to contact me at askkenny@bowtuningtips.com, and I'll be sure to help you out as best I can.